I'm Oli. I'm here today on my local Upper River Lee, and we're here today on this tiny river, not to catch chub and barbel, but to actually try and catch one of the nomadic carp that lives here. So I'm travelling light. I'm going to drop in a couple of different swims. If they're there, hopefully I'll get a bite quite quickly. So let's see how we get on. Got my normal carp rigs on, but the first thing I'm going to do is take them off. Okay, I'm ready to drop in. First spot. Rig really simple, straightforward running rig with a small lead, braided hook link, small fang uni hook, and a little culture hook bait. So I'm going to lower that in, and hopefully Mr. Carp's hungry. Okay, well I've got the rod on a buzzer, but bite indication today I'm actually watching a tip. And I'm only fishing one rod in this swim because it's a tight swim, there's snags all around. Again, because of the snags, I'm sort of barbel chub fishing, but I'm using a carp rod. And the reason for that is because I need to be able to stop these carp in this tight spot. They grow to over 20 pound in this river, so a decent size, so you can't mess about with inferior tackle, you've got to use strong gear. Okay, I've just gone for another mover swim. I'm on about swim 5 now. Just been dropping in for about half an hour in each spot. Nothing as yet, a few chub rattles, the crayfish are active as well. So I'm just going for a change of hook bait in this swim. I'm going to put a tandoori garlic one on. I've brought 2 different types of boilies with me today. Some key, which are softer, and a tandoori garlic, which are a little bit harder. And they resist the crayfish, attention's a little bit better. As far as freebies have gone, I'll sit there and I'll break up a boilie as I'm fishing into small pieces and just flick it down, try and get them interested. Or I've also scalded up a bit of pellet. Now the advantage of scalding it as opposed to just throwing it in loose is that you don't know where it's going to end up in the flow. Some of it floats, some of it sinks at different speeds, so you're not really baiting effectively. When you ball it up, if you squeeze it together quite tightly, you can make sure that that hits the bottom before it starts breaking down. Start bringing fish into your swim, and there isn't a fish that swims that doesn't eat halibut, trout pellet. So I'm going to stick a 20mm bait on there. And I'm just going to whittle off a little bit of the outside to make it into more of a barrel. Leak the flavour a little bit quicker, just like that. So let's flick that out, see how we go. Okay, well I've moved to a slightly slower swim. The water's quite high today, we've had a lot of rain this week, and actually conditions aren't ideal for this little bit where the water's quite fast. It's difficult to hold bottom on the far bank, there's a lot of leaves coming through. So I'm going to give it another half an hour here, and if nothing else happens, I'm going to jump in the van. There's another stretch a few miles upstream which is a little bit slower, and when the water's high it's better for the carp. So I'm going to fish that just into dusk, into the hours of darkness, which is a good time on the river for barbel and for carp as well. So I've got a plan B just in case it doesn't happen here. Right, well I'm a few miles upstream, a bit of a slower stretch, so hopefully it won't be as affected by the high water as the bit I was fishing this afternoon. It's just getting up to dusk now, so I've got room for 2 rods, I'm going to get 2 rods out here, and fingers crossed I'm going to have a carp. Yes, what a result. It's only a small one, but it's a carp and that's what we came for. Let's have a look. Well, he's sort of chub sized. I know there's bigger in this bit. In fact, I don't think I've caught smaller. But sometimes you need a bite, doesn't matter, does it? Look at it, lovely old carp. Typical river carp bite, absolute flyer. Here he goes. Yeah, that's a nice one. Well, result, hung it out just into dark and it was worth waiting. Well, there we go. That was the result. Just hung it out. Another 15 minutes after that little one, because sometimes they come through in packs. And it was worth staying because it's absolutely melted off, take of death with this lovely river common.